Alright, and we are good to go with the game again, so let's see where we end up this time, having last time gotten lost as the map is from directly above, and the bridge we're supposed to take is like 100 meters lower in the depth axis, so that kind of does prevent one from easily proceeding in that direction. So let's see where and how we end up this time. Welcome to the stream, and let's get the game started again. So here we most probably are with the right save. We shall see. Once the game agrees to load, that is. There we go. So we are supposed to pass through the cave and have still not really found out how, so alright, that was a fast stop in the trench. At least this road goes downwards all the time, but faintly remember was here the last time and it didn't really lead where you would expect. At least this bridge is kind of missing parts. I'm sure if you can like jump over it somehow. Suspect not quite, but in this case falling into the water wasn't like the most problematic thing ever. Alright. Oh, hello there, Darkstorm18. Great to see you, and of course, good to hear of you. You indeed nibble at this one's tail sometimes, it seems, which is of course appreciated. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you enjoy the game. Wondering how to reach the correct location here, which is kind of when the map is on this detail level. It's not always totally evident, even when you can zoom in. It seems you can proceed from here to there. Let's see. But at least directly. Uncertain if this is quite the intended location, like. Very possibly not so. least you can swim, which is very nice. Though it's not very easy. Apparently we drowned. That's not totally surprising. Do not think that is the way one is intended to take to reach the destination. Did make it over the river once, but on the other side you couldn't really make it to the marked position on the map, so do not think that was the route one was supposed to take. So let's load the game and try again. Right, and we are already beyond the bridge apparently in this save, so it doesn't seem like totally the best one. So let's load the earlier one, which actually is in the position where we were much higher above. The auto save clearly does save quite often, so that is good to know also. And certainly, again, let's see once the game loads, maybe they take a bit different. Yes, this is the one where we are in the location that would think easier to reach the intended place. So would it be the other road zone here potentially? Oh, hello Kisu. Fortunately you made it here even without the notification. Yeah, in this game you get to configure the character considerably in the character creation. We did that in the last stream. You get to choose the kind of the basic body type and the fur colors and quite a few things, and randomize the kind of facial features. So it's pretty customizable. You get various kind of small fuzzy creatures with obnoxious fur colors if you prefer. Hello there Kisu, welcome to the stream, great to see you again. Alright, let's then try to again reach the location we want to get to. So it seems that we should take the other road, which is in exactly opposite direction. So let's see here, at least theoretically there should be another road. Yes, there is another road. How to get there without falling off the cliff? Where does it actually branch? Alright, let's see here. Is this the beginning of the other road? Would think so. So if we go down here, does this start to lead downwards? Yes. So now we should be on the right road, most probably. Very good. So how has your day been, Kisu and Darkstorm, this far? So let's keep going here. Alright, this looks very much like what we were trying to reach, and the bridge here is even intact, so... Yes. Alright, there was some kind of opponents. Right, that worked. So most probably should save here, as we made it considerably further. No, didn't want to load game. Save please. Alright, good. There we go. And now we are, yes, we are beyond the canopy here, so it was indeed the kind of more coastal road we had to take, which led to the confusing effect that we were stuck at the cliffside and went here by accident. Oh, hello, Camu. How is it going? Welcome to the stream again. Great to see you. Great to see you again. Always good to see the bat. So let's see then. We move further. Visit your childhood village. Somehow suspicious that the childhood village may be slightly worse for wear. Right, so it's in this direction. So this should probably be the right road.
Better beware, that's a monk up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution.
Alright, that's not the best thing ever. Ouch.
You've got more than a flesh wound.
Alright, we are apparently causing enough damage. And we did level up even. Good. That was actually somewhat tough fight. Did they like leave anything useful here? clue puzzle. Alright, that's always a good item to find. Like, can you maybe fix something with that? Yeah, this is a very game actually in that respect. So it has had some reputation in furry circles for sure. Yeah, we found like common clue puzzle, great relic of the past apparently. Would imagine this far into the future it might be a little tried out, like good find hopefully. Like, can you use it to glue something together like your weapons or something, considering the general technical viewpoint of the game? You most probably glue your weapons together with that. Alright, did we have also another compartment here? Apparently not. So found a nice bottle of glue. Was there anything else to find, like after the fight, for example? There's also a trunk of a car here, which contains lousy one eye shot lens. Is this like a scope for weapon, possibly? At least it has accuracy statistic on it, so. And we can rotate it nicely. Very interesting looking optical pad. Unless this is like fiber optics, you most probably are not getting much light through that. And small health pack, alright. That's good. Right, apparently not much else to find here beyond the trash bin and the car trunk, but it's a good point to save the game as we want the big fight. Right, and we are on the way to the next quest target. So let's see about getting there now that we found some items. We could also try to use the scope with the weapon. Let's see in the menu, like still kind of trying to learn the UI overall. What do you actually do with that? Like, yes, we have clue puzzle. Alright, that's like a photo mode toggle UI. Ah yeah, we had to level up, so let's see about our statistics. So we could increase vitality, strength, intellect, agility, charisma. Alright, or luck, which is kind of critical chance and loot chance for one increment. Monday went pretty well, thank you. Day at work was alright-ish at least, and then decided to get around to stream this game again. So did this earlier late December, and it was well liked enough that decided to continue. Also Fortunately, Kisu also is gradually recovering from the work weekend, which was indeed kind of hopefully Kisu recovers. So let's consider which statistics to improve. We haven't yet needed like intellect too much. Strength increases melee damage some. Also agility would be probably useful to increase at some point, because we have like 39, 36. Let's increase agility, try to keep at least somewhat balanced statistics. So what can we get like with the one upgrade point then? Alright, kind of several which require health below 20. That's kind of course, something we would like to not have happen. Drunken Ant, alright, requires left button F. Let's go for that. Do like the name already, like this is easy, like just spam the right button. Alright. Wung Fu, indeed. Unsure why it is exactly Wung Fu, but that's the case. Hello there, Ragabash, and welcome also to the stream. Alright. Is also Kisu still there? Alright, so would be nice to actually upgrade the weapon, but still kind of unsure about how you exactly tune the weapons. Ah yeah, you can also provide your mini thing with some yeah, we do also have the claw bar. So we can see the weapon here, but kind of unsure how to access it exactly. This one be moderately confused whether this is a design flaw with the whole thing, because the statistics that see here show that would have one viewer, and provably 10, as Kisu is also here, do have considerably more than one viewer. It persistently shows like that would have one viewer, which certainly 10 is not true. Mildly confusing. Yes, and it still persistently shows on the statistics in the sidebar. It shows one viewer, which kind of confuses this one. But yes, let's play the game and wonder about confusing statistics at some point. Otherwise, still wondering how do you tune the weapon, like, because this is for the character map system, so it should be here, and it's quite important part of the game. Still haven't really totally understood like how you tune the weapon. These are only for style, like the outfit, so it should be the gear. Right, at least we get to see even closer. The weapons are kind of stylish, but how do you access the weapon slots is the next question. So we can access like main hand, and it probably is only for gear that goes on the hand. Alright, here we do have the knife.
Ready to hack and slash.
Yeah, this is pretty basic, like a machete. Yeah. So this way we at least get here, but this doesn't appear very tunable. So if we return here and choose the other forepaw, is it then like ranged weapon comes from there? No, we apparently. Alright, it's from here. The UI is kind of complicated. Alright, so here we have the gun, and then we can inspect it. Then how do we like tune the gun? As this only shows like because do know that you can attach parts to the weapon somehow additionally. The complexity of the UI is mildly confusing. And X most probably dismantles it in a different sense, so that really didn't get us much further yet in terms of doing something about the weapon. Oh, hello Tikatron, great to see you. How is it going? Welcome to the stream. Always good to see you. It has been a while since I have seen you joining the stream, so really nice to see you. let's see how we can tune the weapons for sidebar to actually learn that properly. Alright, let's see. There are like quite a few instructables. Alright, it goes through the main hand, but it's not totally terribly clear in that respect. Alright, let's rather visit the village first now and then contemplate more about weapon tuning, as clearly we do not quite yet understand the UI. The UI is kind of, would say, have to admit that it's kind of style over substance, that the UI looks really fancy, but it doesn't really.
But it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something
Somehow it looks that it's a bit worse for where if that was our childhood village.
As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over.
Alright, do we again have like a short discussion sequence with Mr. Best before?
Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind.
Alright, and again we look much more young. Almost all the other characters in the game are really weird, like Mr. Best before. Also this is kind of like...
Wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your swimming technique.
Swimming technique, alright. We probably are more of a Wung Fu type.
He understands Wung Fu is hard. That's why your Muma only has 6 disciples. Doing just one thing helps you get more. He thinks you should really know how to swim by now.
Yeah, considering how well we swam in the river, we would be grateful to know how to swim. Alright, there's a bit of a size difference. Alright, so that's how you learn to swim. Somehow that didn't totally surprise this one. You can swim in most waters. Right, we swim much better than when we were older. Right, so we had to swim back to them, but yeah.
He says that wasn't too bad.
At least I learned how to not swim.
At least you learned that you'll drown if you don't swim.
Exactly.
But you need practice. Lots of practice. Judging by your Muma's look, it seems you forgot something. You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to go. The dedication to training is important. You can't rely solely on the fact that
Alright, of course we have to also practice. That would sound mostly logical.
Practice makes perfect. She'll see you at the village square. She'll be waiting for you. There will be a surprise for you at the end, too.
Alright, let's get surprised in the end. And now we most probably do not succeed at finding our way to the village square, considering how things usually go with this one. Alright, let's keep moving then to the... Alright, we can't even save game in the...
Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind.
Alright, Burp with metal helmet.
Help him pick up some scrap for a thingamajig he's working on.
It's our duty, sounds most logical.
He thinks you're truly a kidling of your environment. You should look for things that are recyclable. It shouldn't take you.
Alright, things that are recyclable. Yeah, the plot is kind of stereotypical, would have to admit. Search rubbish pile, alright, where do we... Apparently there's no map for the village, which is kind of... So is this the rubbish pile? It at least looks most like a rubbish pile. Alright, and then we dig. Dig in the rubbish. Alright, again have to force it with the right button. There's another searchable rubbish pile. This feels a bit like World of Warcraft, admit. Right, and there's a third searchable rubbish pile.
He wonders what usefulness you found.
What usefulness you found? Something old to make something new would seem logical.
He says every little thing counts. He can work
In general, the language of the game is kind of...
if you know how to upcycle. That's the spirit. You can't make a difference unless you get your hands dirty. He'd love to teach you to upcycle, and the scrap you found would be a good start.
Alright, so we are actually now taught how to... Alright, this one was a bit quick, because now we actually get the crafting tutorial with the burp, so that clearly improves the situation in that respect. And yes, still the plot is kind of stereotypical. Let's use the word upcycling, which is more or less one of the neologisms that do not really... This one doesn't really even believe they exist. So the plot is kind of stereotypically leaning towards certain viewpoints. But in general, the style of the game is still very, very elegant. So, by the way, Tikatron, how have you been doing lately? As it has been a while since I've seen you in the stream. Indeed, that was what kind of was wanting to do, craft weapons. Because it's like at least 1/3 of the game that you can craft weapons and armor. Cross one-handed slash and two-handed slash. Alright. Fair enough. Select the handle slot. Alright, it's like slightly to the side. Select the handle. Banana! Wouldn't this be Ragab as an excellent handle for a weapon? Saw handle. Alright, there are quite a few. This looks nice. Alright, that looks quite impressive.
You did well, but he can't help but wonder why you decided to craft a weapon.
I wanted something cutting edge. That's clearly the good explanation. Able to deliver a sharp remark. Indeed. This is starting to sound like Luna's chat jokes. Alright, our good.
No, she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you on the village square right away. Then you've got a good excuse. You share a responsibility to prevent hardship on
Somehow,
and the
still would say that
she wants you to
the
grow
plot
up and
is
start
extremely
thinking for yourself. You
stereotypical.
have to think yourself before she's gone. That's all she's ever asked of you, that you'll try and give it your best.
Alright, try harder. That's quite.
You've always followed your own path, but this time she needs you to follow her.
Alright, at least it's quite easy to find to the village square.
He asks you to stop right there and wonders where you think you're going. He says that it's not too late for you to turn
Not too late to turn back though, like the village bullies, of course.
There's no way they'll let you pass. He wants to know who you think you are.
Or why are you pushing others down?
He offers to help you get it over.
Alright, get over it. Alright, would be nice if knew how to fight. Here we go. And apparently we lost anyway.
She asks if you're hurt. What happened? If
Insecure,
confidence is
certainly.
silent and insecurity is loud, she thinks you're absolutely right. The most important thing is that you're okay. It's time to focus on your training now. Here's someone close to heart, doing what he does best. He asks if you could help him too before you leave for training.
Family comes
He
first,
wishes
certainly.
that was true for your Mooma too, but Guy voyage into the future and teaching Wang Fu. He suggests you get going and find him gadgets and ideas for how you can
Also fabrics are apparently upcyclable. Alright. Alright, and then we search for fabrics that can be reutilized wherever. Alright, and here we then again rummage around the pile. Our weapon was also really nice until the village bully took it. Alright, there's also some grass growing inside the house where there would be more fabric to find. Alright, let's continue at least finding more piles of fabric. Yeah, there's like some nice grass, but that's not fabric. This we already rummaged. This we already checked. Alright, here's more fabric. Looks very concentrated search. And of course the game also, probably on purpose, reverses the traditional gender roles, that the mother is the one who teaches martial arts and the father is sewing, so it's kind of something familiar to renew, always really enthusiastic.
He's all for renewal and has even considered making the trip out into the wilds to look for a bionuclear spool and refresh his DNA.
It's somehow elegant to say like refresh DNA. It sounds kind of very modern, a lot like some explain about things like reset gene expression and such, which do consider more or less belief-based than actual. Needs some pressure washing. That's correct, Kisu. It probably needs some pressure washing, the whole house, considering there is grass growing inside additionally. Alright, when looting you will find add-ons. These can be crafted on the item to increase the stats of the item. To upgrade armor and clothing with items, select a slot and add-on, then press F. Lousy. That sounds nice.
The style might be too edgy for his taste.
The style might be too edgy for his taste, but looks sharp on you. Really. Where to practice? Alright.
Seeing what you'll make next. It seems you have a talent for this.
Very good. Our father also likes our sewing. We added like a bit of metal to the thing. Metal against metal. Alright, can we make it again like this way without getting lost again? Yes, here's our good critter practicing Wung Fu.
Your Muma says it's about time you got here.
I'm easily distracted. I'll work on that.
Once you understand that you can do anything if you work really hard. She says she is eager to get started. You don't have much time left before the sun goes down.
Very good. You know Kung Fu. Suddenly a snowman. The practice dummy is kind of round. Alright, this is only a cutscene, you do not actually need to practice yourself. That was impressive strike.
Your well today. She's so proud of you.
I'll try harder next time. Let's thank now because we have done
Thanks you
things
for being
today.
such a good student.
It's interesting that many of the speeches are more of like explained only in third person. Thanks you for being a good student.
You've deserved it.
Alright, this is going to be some effort because the mechanical grasshopper is much faster than we are, so it's kind of totally up to luck to catch that. Yeah, catch the automaton. Wow, this would be as we once banned the word robot from Luna, so we started calling them automatons, and here it's clearly even used constructively. Really, is this even possible? If we just stop running and rather wait, because it seems to... Alright. Somehow this part of the game hasn't been thought out totally well. How are you supposed to catch that? Because it moves at a greater rate of speed than we do, so...
Catchy.
Alright, finally.
Your Muma
That
said
was
she's
not
never seen an
easy.
apparatus as green as this little thing. It's wonderful. A piece of Scraptronics like this has built-in old-world tech that makes it a potent communication device. It's called an automaton, and it's hardwired to your DNA. It'll follow wherever you go and see whatever you see.
I'll be under surveillance. This is kind of like, again, very current question. Will it record what happens to me?
Says it's not a record keeper, more like a companion. Your Muma says you look tired. No wonder. It's been a long day.
Positively
She's so
comment on the
happy you
day.
made the most of it. Rest, and you'll find strength for tomorrow.
Still the size difference is quite startling.
Nothing could stop Lupin from setting the world on fire.
Clearly should have not used that try, would everything catches on fire at once.
Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail.
Alright, and we are moving like really slow. Couldn't we move a little faster? Really? How is one supposed to?
You'll make it.
You are supposed to apparently push some button. Alright, so it requires pushing Alt. But only when it tells you to, otherwise you still move really slow. Yeah, the house is on fire and you move very slowly.
Your Muma says this is it. The time has come. She must fight Lupa Lupin. This time there's no escape. She can hear him coming. Whatever happens, you need to know she loves you. And everything she's done has been to protect you, your Popsy, and those she was chosen to lead. Here it comes. The past coming to
Alright, and then our good big wolf, of course. We do not even have a weapon because the village bully took it. Fortunately we are like, basically we are really small. And we still move really slow. Fighting from this point of view, like being really small and having only 84 energies.
You must go through fire and water to make it out of here.
Alright, and then we got thrown out.
Your Muma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water. You're in deep surf. Don't make waves.
Flee.
The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow.
At least Mother is a bit faster swimmer, but somehow would think the big thing swims even faster. Can we go any faster, like in any... Alright, and was going in the wrong direction. The general difficulty of the section is astounding. Like really. Alright, let's try again. Somehow would expect it would be easier this early in the game. It certainly isn't. Let's try. Alright, it would be an advantage to swim in the right direction, but it's actually impossible to reach. Because it's that long distance. Quit? No. Wasn't really quite that. Is there like an... All the saves are from, because they are from beginning of the section. And the last checkpoint is when we fell to the water by ourselves. And we really can't make it to the... We really can't make the distance, no matter what we do. Alright, let's load the latest autosave and try again. That was not very player friendly. Astounded somewhat at the difficulty actually, that you have to push out at the right times, and then it typically shows the symbol very short time, so it's not very user friendly at all. So we apparently have to play the village section again. Oh well, we get to try also again at beating the village bullies then, if they are even beatable.
As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over.
And do think it's even impossible to save
Echoes of a long-lost
here.
past,
Yes,
whispers in the wind.
really. This is a very interesting design. Oh, Mr. Camubat says squee. Do not think there are any bats or bunnies. Haven't really seen any. All the critters seem to be more or less modified by this time, so there are no quite at least normal bats or bunnies as far as have seen, though there are the kind of small fuzzy critters that form the main protagonists in this game. And we can't even save here, so this is kind of painful. So let's practice not swimming first with our good, more watery guy. Of course, he uses the really small pool until. Let's be more enthusiastic to practice swimming.
He thinks you should really know how to swim by now.
And then he teaches us to swim by throwing us into the pool. There we go. That's still like get yeeted into the pool and then you swim.
He says that wasn't too bad, was it?
I need to keep at it.
Way to go. Don't let the sound of the waves. But you need practice. Lots of practice. Judging by your Mooma's look, it seems you forgot something.
Alright.
You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. The dedication to training is... You should know. She'll see you at the village square. Here's another familiar face.
And then we practice searching for scrap with the avian.
Hoping you could help him pick up some scrap.
Admittedly, this one be somewhat surprised that in such a modern game there is actually a design that makes it very hard to finish this section, as you have to either continue from the beginning or from the latest checkpoint, and in our case the latest checkpoint was actually from a part where it was impossible almost to continue. Not just almost, it was, because we couldn't swim that far alone.
He can work wonders with almost anything and asks if you know how. He said he'd love.
Let's use a different handle this time. Pipe wrench. Alright, that looks quite quite angy with the handguard and everything. There we go.
You did well, but he can't help but wonder why. He appreciates. It looks like she's starting to lose her patience.
We like practice with everyone else
No,
before
she
Mother.
doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you on the village. She wants you to grow up and start thinking for yourself. You really need to find yourself before she's gone. That's you've always.
Then we have the village bullies and can lose to them again.
They look determined. Better watch out.
Let's see if we try to be even less confrontational. Do we still have to fight
He
them?
asks you to stop right
Most
there and
probably.
wonders where. That makes him wonder why you were here. There's no way they'll let you. He wants to know who you think you are. You'll have to face pain at some point. He offers.
Yeah, he's not very willing to not fight, and we... Alright. That didn't go too well. They are pretty fast. Apparently it would require pushing the right button even harder if you are trying to push against them. Somehow we are very good at losing
She
that.
asks if you're hurt. What happened?
Let's try, we should invite them to
She
train.
says it's nice of you to consider them, but they have weapon training at sunrise tomorrow. So the most important thing is that it's time to focus.
And then we upcycle also fabrics.
Here's someone close to heart, doing what he does best. He asks if you could help him too before you leave. He wishes. He suggests.
Alright, and Kisu is right that the apartment could use some power washing. Yeah, it probably the controls are affected by... it's quite console-like, that it shows the control you need to push and it works kind of not very consistently. Do agree that it might be a somewhat bad console port in that respect. There is something in general with this, because it's surprisingly hard overall, like, really. And you can't save during this, which is like not very pleasant for the player. Let's try adding something this time, maybe to the chest, if we can select that slot. Selecting things also is sometimes really difficult, might also be from like the overall design issues. Alright, there we go. We can add various interesting items. Let's add that, like a round mesh. Looks very stylish there.
The style might
Again, was a bit sharp for his
he's
taste.
looking forward. Your Muma says it's about time you got here. Oh, she says she is.
And again we practice very impressively, like unsure how that kind of force
Well today.
is
She's so proud of
generated.
you. Thanks. Been working. You should go see.
Ah yeah, this guy has originally the... Let's try to catch this faster, like can we...
Catchy.
Yes, now we learned the trick.
Your Muma says she's. It's called an automaton, and it's hardwired to your DNA. Says it's. Your Muma says you look tired. No wonder.
We still liked our day, but it's surprisingly difficult. Difficult afterwards trying to escape the fire, because there is the problem overall that we have to escape the fire with as much energy intact as possible to have more when fighting this guy. So it's kind of like not very player friendly again.
Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail.
And then we move ridiculously slowly through the fire.
Dread fire.
Through fire and flames. Alright, soon we need to push out.
Adding fuel to the flames.
And soon we again need to push out.
Give it a last burst and you'll make it. Your Muma says
At least
this
we
is
did a bit better this
She
time,
must
so
fight you for
we
life.
also
This
learned
time there's no
something.
escape. She can hear him coming. Whatever happens, you need to know she loves you. And everything she's done has been to protect you, your Popsy, and those she was chosen to lead. Here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present.
Alright, we got kicked out of the game pretty much.
You must go through fire and water to make it out of here.
Like pushing the button, did it really do anything? Unsure if that is either. Can you like win?
You can make it if you believe it.
And then we have the problem that we first have to... This swim we can pretty much do, but then we would need to not die.
You're in deep
And
surf.
that's
Don't make
much
waves.
harder.
The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow.
This is like really hard. Now we again need to push Alt at some point. Trying really hard to concentrate. And again we probably... No Alt symbol was shown even, so you couldn't apparently save that. Alright, and now we are like really deep. And considering our abilities of swimming,
a part of her will live on in you.
alright, we got a different cutscene, but can we still make it to the pier?
Nothing is going to stand in its way now. If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must...
Apparently we got rescued this time. Confusingly, you could fail the task in the very confusing manner in the previous one.
Is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about.
Our wolfie guy is really tough apparently at chasing us down.
What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal in their memory.
Like everybody who tries to help us apparently expires. Alright, we made it through this time, which was more than slightly confusing why we lost the previous one. Alright, and now we save like really quick because we actually made it through. That was confusing. Yeah, I do remember they indeed copied the console controls. That was somewhat unfortunate to say the least. That, also, why we failed the first time, not totally sure. What did we do really wrong? Because we couldn't win the fight. It was like you just fight and you lose. And then we certainly swam, but like if we couldn't push the final Alt, are we like doomed to lose like getting stuck. So it seems like a bug or bad design the first time, because we did everything pretty much correct but couldn't win that part. So continuing from the checkpoint always broke, so somewhat suspicious that was actually a bug. But yes, let's continue our more or less elegant adventure. Having saved and having survived the memories, you can now craft weapons. Let's craft. Now we can. Now we even have a button for it. No wonder we couldn't find it. Alright, we are missing resources, but now we know how to modify guns, which is certainly an improvement. Very nice. We do not have enough resources, but now we actually know how to do it, so this is a considerable improvement.
That's some heavy duty.
Can we tune the knife any? Do we have any knife parts like add-on or handle? Only the basic one, so. But now we know how to tune them. Good. Alright, there's someone here.
The tribe's caught a fluffy hulk. Better watch out, it's no pet. They couldn't keep it down. Fluff hulk's on the loose.
Alright, and then we again. Alright, it does actually help with the special attacks, which is nice. Alright, this has a lot of HP. Run and gun indeed. Alright, a lot of fire. Alright, and leveled up even.
They've received news a Ronin had strengthened their ranks and were looking forward to meeting you. A group of myriad crusaders already headed out to Jagni's Mercadorpus outpost.
Whatever is Mercadorpus?
You should hurry there and help them best the outpost.
Are we strong enough?
You complete them. From this point on, the myriad is unbroken.
Alright, the dialogue is mildly mysterious. The tribe war begins. Yes, can we find anything useful here? Like... apparently not. Alright, here's a car. Does the trunk contain anything this time? Doesn't seem to. Right. Downstairs. Out of control room. Let's save here again as we actually made it past the fight. Alright, we are probably going to play still about half an hour for good 2 hours, as this is also apparently a pretty long game, so let's keep playing for now. So let's then continue with the game.
Look, an emergency box from the old days when you needed to. Wow, bet that nut makes a tight fist.
Alright, that looks quite fancy. Can be used to punch through walls. That's a pretty. That's pretty impressive. Let's equip it for now, because most probably it is like... That looks quite, let's say, disproportionate on such a small critter. Let's wear like a huge bionic fist. Alright, is there something useful here? Energy pack large. Alright. Anything else we can find in the bunker? At least an advertisement of some kind.
Toxanol was something called a corporate juggernaut, and our world still bears the marks of the massive ecological catastrophes they inflicted upon the land.
Alright, we find
The apocalypse
corporate
they caused
advertising
was the
also.
end of days for their world. But for us,
Kind of
it was simply
still a bit simplistic plot. Hold and release right button, alright. It broke a bit, but... Alright, it takes several strikes to break the metal part. Alright, let's level up here first. How our stats doing? Let's try for somewhat at least like balanced build. So good now because we have 25, 25 and 10. Kind of investment in luck doesn't seem like the best idea, so let's invest once at least in intellect. Alright, we again have an upgrade point, so let's see like are any perks worth it. Luck out. Chance to persuade is increased. Biological mounts have more. Haven't yet seen a mount. Let's save the upgrade point for now and see later. And let's also save here. Alright. Why, by the way, Camu, you did give only 0 out of 5 mangoes due to lack of bunnies or bats or... Alright, meet the war party.
Tunnels like this still carry echoes from the past. Can you hear it?
Alright, we are moving in like a subway tunnel. Is this even the right way to go? At least we have opponents. Alright, that was impressive fighting, like beat them until they're dead and down. Looks impressive if nothing else. Alright, that was stylish. The gun did almost nothing, like comparatively. Alright. Dot bowl, it looks more like a builder's helmet or something. Yeah, it is surprisingly hard apparently to make proper PC controls. Alright, let's see about quality lousy. Let's pick that up. Small health pack, alright. Is there anything else we can find in the former subway? There's something here also. A notice board.
That notice board, filled with the leftovers of used-to-be wants. You're getting close to one of those old Toxanol brick towns. Pay attention. The Toxanol Corporation made this place, and then just threw it away when they were done with it. Toxanol never cared about the waste, as long as they didn't have to pay to clean it up. There must
The
be a
plot
track
is indeed
somewhere
kind of
in this
simplistic.
brick town. Just hope it's not buried.
Old word knowledge, indeed.
If only you were as tall as a tree. This corner of the world is called Bricktown.
Superb loot. Alright, so there's superb loot available. Alright, it doesn't really show too much in terms of like what you can find here. It's kind of limited amount of knowledge. In general, the map gives you much less than you would hope for, have to admit. Let's again save here. In general, the information on the map is like, the map is very artistic, but it gives you considerably limited information. Like, we know that we are here and we have the two area objectives, but there are no like area detail maps at all, apparently. Like, it's kind of odd. Alright, let's examine the surface breakdown a bit more.
Never thought I'd see a clothes soaker from the... You need to get the pegs lined up to get the clothes soaker rolling.
Both sides are actually orange. So I would think the solution would look something like this.
That's spiral
Nope.
out of control.
That didn't really work.
You need to turn the pegs in sync.
Apparently that was not
That's
either the
spiral out of
expected
control.
solution.
You need to turn the pegs in sync.
Colors match each other. In which respect? Alright, let's again
Spiraled out
have
of
an electric shock.
You need to turn the pegs
Still
in
not
sync.
giving up. So colors match each other. So if we point this. Alright.
You really put a spin on it.
We got a single shoulder pad. Nice. Clothes soakers indeed.
Heroes
So we
inspire
found an old
only
laundromat and apparently the thing contains a shoulder pad from armor. Also the weather became much more poor very suddenly. Yeah, exactly. Colors needed to match in that respect. Alright. Let's see what else we can find. Alright, that's the moon. Was wondering like, is that a search helicopter or whatever, but yeah, it was the moon.
Blackness covers the world like a blanket.
in general the lights in this world are a bit different for sure. There seems to be surprisingly little to find here. At least there are the bus stops. Alright, there's something to find here. Alright, new clothing. From the bus stop.
Make sure you don't walk off a cliff while you're night blind.
Make sure you don't walk off a cliff while you're night blind. That's a good suggestion. It's never a good idea to walk off a cliff. Alright, let's see what's further down here also. Always check the trash bin. Another scope for a gun. Alright, our gun already has one. Whatever that symbol tried to point to, didn't really see anything there. There's the indication, but it's not apparently on this side of the overall area.
You have a chance to change the future for good or bad.
The store was disappointingly empty. Alright, let's check the town out a bit more and then see where we can continue still today. Alright, that's not really leading to anything either. Because there's also the symbol that there would be something of interest, but it's apparently on the other side of the wall or something, because here it also is visible, but it's not. It's not here. That's kind of confusing. Alright, here there is something to find. Brain fuel sounds useful. It's good to make sure your brain is well fueled.
You found the track. Amazing it wasn't destroyed. So much of this place was just discarded. Lucky the track somehow made it. No, it was never nice. It was new once, but that's not nearly the same
Just
thing.
being new
Just
never
being
lasts.
new.
That's a logical
The
statement.
tracks moved on from Bricktown, and you should too.
Alright, Automaton 4C. Fair enough. So, how do we get out of here? Right, so we can apparently get further, like which direction are we facing. Right, so we can apparently get higher to the cliffside also some way. At least here we have a nice road. So let's see if we can find something further going this way. And let's also save the game as we did the quest. We went into the town foremost. Unsure like what exactly was the use of finding the automaton, but fair enough.
You found the whereabouts, the deepest, darkest forest
Let's
in the
check
land.
the
Sometimes hard to see
map.
from
So
all the
there would
trees.
be also some more things apparently to find here, but I'm not sure how to exactly get here. So let's go for the war
Dawn
party
feels
for
like
now.
greeting an old friend. That's a Jackney tribe outpost.
Would this be the right road to take? Seems so, yes. Alright, we are still playing until 2 hours today and then finish for today, so let's still continue a while. Also, how has Ragabash week been this far? You this one didn't ask yet. The others who were active this far in the chat do think did ask. Alright, and there are the trenches here. This looks familiar in that respect.
Mercadorpa's outpost, a Jagni tribe stronghold.
Right, here we are.
Says it's time to set the outpost free. Inflict as little damage as possible as you make your way through to the rival captain. If you can, you should try to convince the captain to give up the outpost and join your cause.
Alright. So we have to try and capture the rival outpost.
They're ready to enter the outpost when you are.
Alright, let's save here. We are not quite ready yet until we have saved.
Waiting to win won't get you any closer to taking control over their fort.
Alright, let's see what happens then if we are ready to attack the outpost.
They're ready to enter the outpost.
The odds are in our favor, do not know. They might have like million people more.
Every step you take towards your end goal will bring you closer to a better world.
Right, that wasn't really a gun, it was a battering ram.
Here's the first line of defense.
Wow, ninja rats. Alright. And we even leveled up. Alright, that didn't go too well. How can we like do something about the thing with the bombs? Destroy, yeah. Right, there's another one apparently, yes.
That twirly wheel works that drain pipe. Spin the twirly wheel.
Alright.
Open that drain.
Alright, there we go.
Everything's clocking together.
Considering how good we have been at swimming. Alright, the lever is on the other side. Right, we should probably visit the land for a while to regain like the energy to actually swim and maybe level up. And certainly not this menu. And now we are certainly going to add strength because it increases melee damage. Now we have 2 upgrade points. Let's see what we can get with those. Alright, the commando ones. This would require more level. Let's see the general perks. Plating add-ons. Increased armor value. Ranged weapons. 25 more shots. $25 more shots would be pretty nice. Let's take that. Alright, good to hear that there are not too bad side effects at least. That's very good to hear. Alright. And let's see if we can open the drawbridge now.
Find a key that fits. Keep going. That cage is holding a helper.
Alright, can we open the cage? At least he's not very... Ah, he's stuck. How can we break the chain? Uncertain. Let's see if we can help the fight in the meantime. Alright, crowbar.
They never lost hope you'd come, but weren't sure if they'd last long enough to see it. Says the tribe's been hard on them.
He's certainly going to the fort to rest,
Once revenge,
considering he has
those who
been
caged them, but trust you'll take.
has been like being held. Raid the armory, alright. Then we most probably want some weapons. We can't yet save the game here, so let's see about the armory next. Alright, again the claw bar. There we go. Alright. Extermino Frukrapster. The names of the weapons are very convincing. It also includes a car battery. Alright. Let's pick that up. Does the armory contain anything else of interest? Apparently not. Like only a single weapon. The armory was very convincing.
A sharpshooter. The
Sharpshooter, yes. Can we like make a run for it, like break the scaffolding?
Here's the second line of defense.
Alright, and there are also the fighters here. Can we first break the scaffolding here?
Red means danger.
Alright, only to get an even bigger critter. Executioner, alright. Can we break like the scaffolding? Alright. Can we even damage him in any interesting? Alright. Let's try again. Can we even like damage him in any meaningful fashion? Right, can we somehow like break the scaffolding the sharpshooter is on? Right, we are directly fighting the executioner again. Make the enemy charge the platform. Alright, so this is actually like some kind of, there we go, tactical part.
Smack it to get a barrel out of it, then hit it toward the gate and blast it.
So how does this work? To smack the barrel out of it.
That looks sploding. Shoot it and watch it.
Right, now we have explosive barrels. Which gate did we actually want to hit? Probably that one, so. Alright, and then if we shoot it with the gun. There we go. That at least worked. Can we still save the game? Nope. Exactly, also understood that afterwards. Thank you for the hint also. Noticed that, so. Alright, and just claim the outpost.
He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up.
Alright, he doesn't look too happy.
Your tribe is growing stronger.
All of the important characters have somewhat confusing looks. Alright, outpost shops are open. And also our good leader in the carry chair decided to visit our. Alright, we unlocked tribe weapon, which is something like a boomerang.
says you did a great job capturing the outpost. You've
And
earned
again,
the privilege of
the
carrying
characters
the
themselves
tribe's
never
weapon.
speak. I'll wear it with
Figures
pride,
the honor
yes.
belongs to the tribe, too. Out of Date says he's doing his best to keep up, but from what he can tell, it seems you're making progress with the tribe conflict.
And Out of Date also appeared again.
He had a feeling
Who looked like Fonzie when young.
tribe, but it remains to be seen what the future holds for your alliance.
No, you are.
You seem to share the same values as the Myriad tribe. You both have the same optimistic
At least for now, yes.
At least
Mr. Out
for
of
now.
Date.
But Out of Date emphasizes that solving the tribe conflict won't matter unless you help make a stand against the World Eaters. That doesn't sound good. Out of Date's forebodings are justified. The jumbo puff needs to be taken care of. He says the time has come to confront the jumbo puff at the end of the west route. Gizmo is working on making his mecton strong enough to endure the oxygen-deprived dead zone all the way out to the
All right.
You should get over there and see what you can do to help.
Alright, and this is where we are able to save game, yes. And this is where we finish. So thank you for joining tonight for the couple of hours of adventuring and getting stuck a few times, but making pretty good progress with the main plot. So let's see who we can raid next. And alright, and there are clearly 3 here again, and it's showing 2 viewers. Probably there are 3 because there's at least Ragabash, Kisu and Camu, so still either Camubat is invisible or something doesn't really. It showed even 1 at times. It's somehow confusing. And now it's showing 2 viewers, but yes. Hello Mr. Artiwolf. Good to see you. You were just joining at the very tail end of the stream if you just joined. Because we did the 2 hours, a bit more, and got into a point in the game that we just saved and was next looking would raid. But it's great to see you. Hope you'll join tomorrow for a different game also. So great to see you and welcome to the stream, of course. And indeed, this one be well, thank you for asking. Has been a pretty nice stream. We made progress on the game and otherwise did nicely, so certainly in that respect happy with the stream also. So let's see who we can raid, and of course you seem to be already also following, so you will, if you have notifications turned on, you will also get a notification when this one goes live the next time. But let's see who we can raid. Alright, Sandfire is playing Beat Saber. Has been a while since I've raided a Beat Saber player, so let's go for Sandfire this time. If he's, yeah, he's playing. Good. Alright, thank you Arti. Will be great to have you join in the following times. Alright, let's prepare the raid. Five, 6, 1, 8. Yes, nice numbers and everything. Alright, thank you all for joining, and from this one, good night, and see you tomorrow again with a different game. Alright, let's go for the raid.